Hi angels, welcome back to another resin video. So in this video we're going to be making a 10-inch resin letter. I got this mold from Etsy's. Obviously you can see that I've used it before because now the alcohol ink is completely stained on there. I tried to wash it but it was not moving, so yeah. So I had a little bit of some clear resin just left over, so I decided to just pour it into the mold, and then I add in there a butterfly. Now, I ordered these preserved flowers from Etsy's, and we're just going to be putting it into the mold. Oh, by the way, I already placed more resin inside as well, just a little bit more resin. And now we can start layering in the flowers. And they look beautiful already, especially these orange ones. Look so pretty. Love it. And they're already starting to look good. So I had some white that I had mixed up way too much of, and I also have some black pigment that I mixed up way too much of as well. So I didn't want it to go waste, and I didn't want to pour it into a different mold. Even though I had a goddess just sitting around I could just pour it into, I decided to pour everything in here. And I had some clear resin, so I just poured that on top of everything. And we're just going to let it sit and cure overnight for a full 24 hours. So it has been 24 hours. This is how it's looking. As always, I mix up my resin off camera. And I already sprayed inside of it with 99% ibuprofen alcohol to get rid of any bubbles that might have been laying around. There's always going to be bubbles. These are flowers. So, yeah. I poured in a little bit of some resin. And I'm going to let it sit for like 10-15 minutes before I pour it in some more. So this is me spraying some 99% ibuprofen alcohol that I was put in this bottle right here. Just let it sit, let the bubbles rise, let it do what it's doing before I pour in more resin. Why is my voice always so squeaky? So I'm just watching to see where the bubbles are, if there's a lot, if they're nice and steady. If I can just do all of this in just one pour and everything's going to be looking good. So I'm just pressing them on the flowers now so that the bubbles can rise to the top and I can just pop it. And you can also see that some of the bubbles are just rising and popping on their own. So the ones that need help, I'm just helping those out. And that's all we're going to do for now. Just sit it and watch it, seeing if it's looking so good. Okay, so 5-10 minutes later, everything is looking good. So I'm pouring down more resin on top. We're not going to fill it all the way up because I want to add a little bit more color to the back. So I'm just going to fill it up a little bit halfway up. I'm just going to let it sit and cure overnight for a full 24 hours. Scraping all of the resin out. We don't want nothing to go to waste. And it's already starting to look perfect. Since I decided to put way more resin in there than normal, I should have just left it at the second layer that I did instead of adding more, instead of pouring in this other layer. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to watch it very, very closely, not even walking away from it. I spray it again with some more 99% ibuprofen alcohol. I'm just going to be poking at some of the flowers to get the bubbles to pop. You can see some bubbles are just sitting up top. Those are never good. Okay, let's get to the fun part. Let's light it up. Fire! So I did use my lighter. Obviously, I sprayed 99% ibuprofen alcohol down, and then I light it, so that's why there's fire. I just blow it out immediately, and this is how it's looking. Like I said earlier, I poured way too much resin in there than I usually do. So I'm going to be sitting and watching this as the bubbles rise. I'm just going to use my lighter to pop it. And I'm also going to be spraying it with 99% ibuprofen alcohol. And we're just going to let this sit and cure overnight for a full 24 long and beautiful hours. Spraying it. And that's it. Pretty good. There's still bubbles that's rising. I still need to be keeping an eye on this. There's big ones and there's a little tiny air ones that are just coming up from the flowers as well. Let's pop this out of the bowl. Ooh. I don't like it. This turned out a hot mess and I wasted all of these beautiful flowers. This is too much white. You can't see the flowers. Like this one looks good. The butterfly looks fine, but it's very cloudy. This needs a glossy coat. It's enough for me. Here's a more close-up look of it. Like I said before, it's very matted, so I need to go over the side with some UV resin. But this is how it turned out. And that's that. Thank you so much for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.